Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Paper Chaser. Today we're going to be looking at vintage comics. A lot of people have giant collections on YouTube. I myself, again, only collect for the comic book art, the cover art. I don't really read. I used to read comic books. I haven't read really any of these. I just picked them up just for the artwork because I was just so taken. I had to have them. Again, I probably have only about 30 comics in my collection. People have drawers and drawers. You can see people's collections that fill rooms on YouTube. Mine is a very select, a very manicured collection of just great looking, visual, graphically appealing comic books. So let's go through them. First up is Iron Man. This, I believe, is an Iron Man from the 70s. Beautiful graphic cover. I love the idea that this whip still somehow affects Iron Man inside his costume. See, ow, oh, my bicep from this whip went somehow through my iron suit. But I guess this is Whiplash, a character that he fights all the time. Backlash. A pretty beautiful cover. And then this is a Cliff Chang cover of Wonder Woman I picked up. He does great. All the Wonder Woman Cliff Chang covers of this new 52 Wonder Woman, they're all beautiful. This one, I think, was just particularly great. Look at that agony. You can feel it. She's got a skinny little sword, that Wonder Woman, but oh, man, right in the kidney. Okay, next is this G.I. Joe, this ridiculous cover, I guess, from the 90s. Look at this thing, this machine gun wielding skeleton, who I guess is not actually in the comic book, much to many people's chagrin. You can see lots of videos of people complaining about this particular fact, but I saw this cover and I had to have it. If you got this in the 90s, let me just say you were a very lucky child to read something so ridiculous. And as we're going to see, not much has changed in comic books. We're going to see things that look a lot crazier than that were made in, the 50s. So this is another modern Red Sonja. Red Sonja, for the most part, if you look at her, this poor character, tragic history, she's just been molested by like goblins and skeletons for the last 30, 40 years. She was a pretty sexy character in this chainmail bikini, and she's always getting grabbed at and just basically just harassed like crazy. So this is a new artist, a girl named Gail Simone. She's been doing the artwork for the Red Sonja lately. I think it's a much improved look. I picked these two up because they were so different than every other Red Sonja. I just had to have them because they were just beautiful looking to me. Next up is a Radioactive Man. Now, this is a comic I actually picked up off the shelf in the 90s. I was a boy. This comic glows in the dark. His skeleton, you can see. There's a pelvis. You can see sort of where the outline is. Again, I'm not going to use a blacklight in my room because that'll be a mess. And this is beautiful. I don't need everyone seeing all the stains on the walls and my hands and everything lit up. Blacklights can be in very embarrassing situations. Another comic I picked up from the 90s, Tom Strong. This is a great comic book. This single one comic book. The series, the first like four are good, but, that's all I read. But it's very unique, pretty cool. Retro graphics. I believe this is Alex Ross did the artwork for this, who his photorealism style, it got me. Look at that dude working on that anvil. Tom Strong, it's a great name. Daredevil, Man Without Fear versus the Wolverine. Wolverine here, as you can see, has just scratched Daredevil's costume. Fortunately, he didn't pierce any skin with those adamantium claws we hear all about all the time. Can't penetrate human flesh. Just a great cover of the two of them going at it. I had to get it because, both the characters looked in their prime. And so I think I've got one more Wolverine here to show off. This is a Wolverine. This is Wolverine, I guess, from the 90s. This is just a Wolverine with a machine gun, smoking a cigar. This is his Monday. This is Monday morning for Wolverine. He's the best at what he does. What he does, he does. I don't know how the end of that goes. I'm the best at what I do, and what I do ain't pretty. Something like that, I guess. Here's Conan the Barbarian. Great graphics. I love the Conan graphics of just his name, Conan the Barbarian. It's a great logo. It just looks great. I mean, whoever designs those, just beautiful. They take so much time in just crafting something that look at that. That looks like just made out of stone. It looks beautiful. Conan in what I would imagine is Frank Frazetta inspired mountain of corpses, but they probably cleaned it up and made it grass. But I'm sure the original idea was just a mountain of corpses and Conan on top in classic Frazetta style. But I'm not exactly sure who did the artwork for this, but a lovely image of Conan. Here's another Conan. This, I believe, was maybe by Bernie Wrightson. Conan versus some sort of hermit crab. Again, great logo. There he is. Okay. Here's a Batman. Iconic cover. This is an original. I believe this is probably the most expensive comic book in my collection. I believe I paid like $10 for this because I wanted to get the an original, just because I thought the red actually looked a little different on my computer, so I decided to take a chance and buy it. It looks, just a great dark image of Batman, jagged, this crazy Todd McFarlane style, iconic, very popular in the 90s. I had to get it. Iron Jaw, never heard of him. Looks like a great character. There he is with a Iron Jaw, as advertised, fighting a bear. I thought this was a very dynamic way to fight a bear on his back. This is actually probably the best way to fight a bear. I don't know if you need to stick your fist in his mouth, but just a great image of man fighting a bear, which you can see a lot of images of men abusing animals on comic book covers, but none that looked as good as that. House of Secrets. That was great. Neil Adams cover. Giant eagle coming after this poor woman, breaking through this mansion. Beautiful House of Secrets. There's no escape. And I certainly see this image at night when I close my eyes. Another beautiful House of Secrets. I believe these are both Silver Age comic books. Here we got this fellow falling to his death, allured by this phantasm, this lovely lady in white. And there he is jumping. I can't die, she told me so. Aha. Pretty, just great stuff. Great colors. And again, no barcode. That's the difference. That's why the old comic books look so much better. There's a SpiderMan. This is from the 90s. This is super overproduced. That's why I was able to pick this up for so cheap. Everybody has one, except for me. But then I got that for, I don't even know, $2. You can get those very cheap. Okay, and the last ones in my collection. Here are the last ones quickly. We've got Unexpected. Have you the nerve to face the unexpected? This I picked up. Just a great cover. Look at the graphics of that. This woman and this guy looking out. Oh, you think? Oh, I bet it's just a story. Come on, don't be so scared. She's like, no, let's go home, Jim. I don't want to see the monster. The monster's saying, friends. Beautiful. Dark Secret of the Swamp. Okay, and the last ones. Tubby. This is, I believe, a Silver Age, or even older, maybe. This might be a Golden Age. This could be from the 40s. Marge's Tubby. I think it's the same artist who did Little Lulu. You can see it looks pretty similar. Look at that image, huh? What a great idea of childhood. Tubby, there he is, going out to school, all set for school, and his mom saying, I think you forgot something. Just adorable. And the last of my collection, the best, From Beyond the Unknown. I saw this and, I don't know, my brain melted. I love everything about it. You got a gorilla, you got a gun, you got books, a librarian, and action adventure, and doomed spaceman. You got everything on this. There he is. You can read the cover. Just a crazy idea that somehow these three books together combined will give him the knowledge to conquer the world. This one I actually have to read because, unlike all the others, this is intriguing and fascinating to me. So as you can see, here it is, my comic book collection, all visual, beautiful stunners. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see, subscribe, watch my other videos. Thanks again for watching.